Red dot.
389, the wormhole. Welcome. How you doing today, Smiley?
Good, man. How you doing, Ego? It's funny, man. Red dot comes on and we're live. No one that hits. It's funny shit. Tuesday.
Funny how sometimes
Red dot.
the delay. That's the first thing you say when it popped up. Red dot. It's funny the delay sometimes how long it can take too.
Yeah.
So how was your Tuesday?
It's good, man. I got my hairs cut, trimmed up now, and got put some garden beds together for outdoor veggie garden. So fun stuff.
I see the pretty much the same. So it was all in all an A haircut, huh? No shortening of the beard this round.
No, none of that. None of them shenanigans. It's like I'll handle that. We'll handle that part. It's fine.
So are you still on the freebie list for?
I'm sure I could have been if I pushed it. I don't know. I don't expect that.
I wouldn't have. I don't think I would. I would have still paid, but I would have jokingly said something.
Well, I was already giving my girl a hard time saying that she had it plotted. Like, you could have just told me you didn't like my long beard. You didn't have to plot and scheme to get it cut, you know? Like, fucking... She's like, no, that's not what happened. No. I'm like, I know you're friends with her, so, like, it would have been easy for you girls to fucking figure that shit out, right? Like, you made her trim my eyebrows.
Too. Yeah.
She trimmed off all my wisdom, dude. That's my grandpa eyebrows. How the fuck am I supposed to be a grandpa with no eyebrows like that? Can't go trimming that shit willy-nilly. Fuck, man.
Oh, man. I'll put the fucking crazy eyebrow hair right next to the weird fucking casual hair off the ear. Fucking scraggler that fucking will come out of nowhere and shit. That's how I feel about the crazy eyebrow hair, man. I look in the mirror and I've got that one that's like fucking 6 inches long. I'm like, holy fuck, that thing's gotta go. Boink. I do too, man. I aggressively just pull them out. Pinch.
I'm hoping to get a coming out, just like a big, I want a dreadlock coming out of my ear.
Oh no, not the like fucking like the bouquet fucking of hair coming out the ears, basically.
Yeah.
You won't even be able to stuff an earbud in there. You'll have to go full headphones and shit.
It's funny shit. Oh, it sucks getting old, huh? Fun. I'm sure there's something better we can talk about, though.
It's kind of funny though how conversations evolve, man. Yeah. We started out with a haircut and then we ended up with fucking ear hair and fucking eyebrow hair. I don't know how.
That's bullshit, bro. Yeah, man. There's a good podcast that came out from Kiss Organics, Ted Hussey today. That was a pretty cool one about plant hormones. I liked it. I don't know if you catch that one or not.
No, I haven't been catching a lot of shit during the day. Yeah, honest with you. Not even a lot of YouTube. I've been back to the Audible again. Listening to re-listen to The Secret Life of Plants. Pretty sure that's what I listen to. You know, there's a few of those. It's not necessarily like The Secret Life of Plants. Like, there's a few different they're like different, kind of the same but different titles of that. Listen to them both. listened to that one yesterday, and I'm listening to Trump Seeds, a book on seeds that's been pretty interesting as well.
Nice. I haven't heard of that one on the seeds. You said it was Trump?
It's actually, yeah. Bringing it up. Trump of seeds. The triumph. The triumph.
Triumph of seeds.
Triumph of seeds.
Got
That
it.
makes more sense now. Did you check out there was another one I wanted that maybe it was The Soil Will Save Us. Did you ever check out that one?
I haven't, no. Honestly, I haven't been on the Audible thing lately. I've just been, I don't know, listening to YouTube stuff or music, really.
There has been that was it. That was the one. The Revolutionary Genius of Plants. That's one of the other ones I was listening to. That was a good one as well.
They are genius.
Some cold coffee right there.
Yeah. I've been
You
trying
ever
to get
get
my
that forehead hair? Oh, you get occasional forehead hair. I'm getting hair right fucking under here from some fucking god awful reason. Chad Westport.
Yeah, I've been digging
That's
to humic acids and fulvic acids and all that shit lately. Trying to get my head around that, which I don't think's gonna happen. That shit's fucking magic.
magic, huh?
Yeah.
The humus is what? What are you getting from the humus? The nitrogen and break down stuff.
Everything is in humus. Humus is the it's like described as like the end result of decomposition, but it's actually another description is that if you were to look at the particles, you wouldn't be able to identify what organic matter it came from. You know what I'm saying? So like if you pull the sample of that, you wouldn't of humus, you wouldn't be able to say, well, this was, you know, a raccoon that died or this was leaves that fell. It would just all, you know, be unidentified parts. And my best understanding of that is that it's the decomposition, so it's the breaking down of those organic matters. And then Dr. Faust often talks about them as humic fractions. And that's kind of where I was getting the light bulb moment is some of the different fractions of those molecules are there because it's basically those molecules are of the plant or that organic matter are all getting tore down to their basic shit. And that's what humus is it's all these, you know, tore up phenols and whatever, you know, lignans and tannins and all this stuff that is in a partial form for the plant to use. So there's different molecular sizes and there's different pH extractions. So humus is the whole portion of it. And then when they do an alkaline extraction of humus, that's when they get humic acid, which actually isn't an acid because it's alkaline. Just, I don't know why, but that's what it is. Anyway, so humic acid is the heavier, the alkaline extraction. And then fulvic acid is the gold portion, which is the lighter molecules and is the actual acid extraction of the humus. And then the material that's left over, I believe, is called human or humate. I can't remember.
So would you put that in like a living nutrients category or like something artificial or dead nutrients? That's where I'm kind of picking up with the I think it was the secret Secret Life of Plants or the Secret Genius of Plants. There, they were talking about nutrients coming from potash versus nutrients being delivered from a more live source, if you will. Basically, they were saying like potash nutrients were bad because it was a symbol of a dead plant. You know, nothing left but would be left from decay and a dead matter versus, you know, compost and feeding with humus and compost and stuff like that would be more of a green or living nutrient, more more bioavailable and more just radiant, I guess, because it was still considered to be somewhat in a live form.
I think that has more to do with the biology there, but so that's kind of more what we've learned is like adding the compost, you're adding the biology more than the individual nutrient that the plant could uptake. And that's, I think the big difference there is the biology is trying to work on that nutrient to break it down versus it being automatically. But I don't know. Yeah, compost and organic matter is where, yeah, organic matter is like your nutrient bank kind of thing in the soil. So you don't get very far without organic matter.
Touch vest, Blaze Daily says. It's not a vest, it's a fucking tank top. Jeez. Who wears vests these days? Who wears vests? Seriously.
WWE wrestlers, that's who.
Been watching my YouTube playlist. And then today I have been watching some fucking Dark Side of Wrestling. A little
Yeah.
bit of behind the. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of fucking a little entertaining. Like the Brawl for All and what other one that I watched? The Death of Owen Hart. How, you know, he actually fell fucking 80 feet from a bad rig into the center of a ring. Well, I bet there.
Wow.
They actually just went on with the event instead of like shutting it down and going, hey, this is a crime scene. They actually wrestled down that fucking square that night. They said they could feel the indent in the plywood where the fucking cat hit. Can you believe that shit? Crazy stuff. Did I lose you, Smiley? Or is it me? I lost Smiley. Cheers, John. Hip grower. I always say HIP grower for some reason. Ted Westport, how you doing? Yeah, it was Smiley. I seen Steve Collins. How you doing? I'm sure he'll be back. He'll be back. Check and read and chat a little bit. Cheers, everybody. What you guys smoking on? Jesse, how you doing as well? I think he's still operating off the highest hot spot. Maybe it went down. What's up, Ned Denver? Liar Predator. Oh, what's that? That's a new one. Cheers to you as well. Red Pill, how you doing? It's a fire. Y'all flyer, how you doing? And that never even made it to rolling up my joint. Got the paper out, weed in the roller. no roller. Caught up on some good conversation with Smiley. Shit, I didn't know to do that. I did. I did that right. Fresno Nerds is on. Yeah. So my genetics is over there. Trying to find some music to play. Well, Rainbow. Joint roll. Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Smiley before the show. Was telling him this. It's getting harder to open every day. This anymore, Mr. Smiley. In fact, got John saying hello to Johnny.
That's weird. I'm sitting there talking. I'm like, oh shit, we got a frozen eagle. Fucking no, it's you that's frozen.
It's hardly that. I bet it's on the other side. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's usually me.
I was all answering chat about fulvic acids and chelators, and I just did like a 3-minute talk on that. Thinking you were frozen the whole time.
It's usually me. I could see that. Because I was actually here going, is it me or is it Smiley? I'm not sure if it's me. It's me.
I just roll with it and not even realize. I don't know how you check. How would you know?
For me, my shit usually disappears when it's me. Like you'll fall, like your box will like freeze up, and Zoom will disappear, and then my YouTube will disappear, and then everything just kind of pops back up when I have a connection. It's like, no, you fuckers. Jeez.
Yeah, it looked like you froze, and then I realized chat had frozen too, and then all of a sudden, about the time I realized it was me, it was when it disconnected me or whatever. All went off.
I would think another good way for you on your end, and I don't know this for a fact, but I would think it would say something like, "You are now the host." Fucker's gone.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Yep, that's true. I wouldn't notice that. That's funny. Now I'm hoping to get a guest on to talk about chelation, actually, and chelators, what they are, how that works, what is or isn't beneficial about them. So that should be a pretty good one. I'm fingers crossed. It might be in June.
You've been killing it, man. I can't believe how close to a year you are with doing the takeover there.
Was it 9 already?
Pretty awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah, you'll be 10 this month, this coming month. Next one's 10.
Oh shit! What's up, Johnny? How you doing, man?
What's up, guys? I saw that you blew out of there for a second. You were in a long drink there.
Uh-oh.
It's contagious.
Right? That's what he gets for talking shit.
Drinking that. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it was blustery the other day. Blew a bunch of people's stuff over in the neighborhood. Dusted my whole house. It got me some desert dust throughout my whole house. One of those Winnie the Pooh kind of days, you know?
Did it sand your car too? Like take the paint right off the bumper or whatever?
Well, it is a little.
Do that.
It is kind of dull looking today. I wouldn't doubt it takes a
Well,
little of the luster.
Yeah, it's like sandblasting it, basically. You know,
Yeah,
that's how they
yeah,
clean
well,
metal a lot of times.
exactly. I went outside because I heard a bunch of banging and stuff, right? And I go out there. There's a couple trash cans on the ground. Next door neighbor had a little sunshade, kind of 10 by 10 sunshade. That thing was gone. Was no longer in the yard. Neighbor across the street, he had
Those things are dangerous, dude.
oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Miranda Family Farms, and he was talking about one of the gene traders that he went to, and he was there for a little while, and he saw a cloud coming in, and he said, "Man, that's nasty looking. Let's get out of here." He left, and he found out no more than 20 minutes after he had left, that thing came down like a hammer. It took $5,000 tents or booth type setups and just crushed them.
Yeah. Well, at the beach,
Amazing.
isn't it the beach umbrellas? Wasn't that a big, like, people were getting stabbed by them and shit, and the wind would pick them up, and then fucking, you'd have like 30 fucking beach spears flying at you and shit.
Oh,
And
man.
there was some lady got, I think there was a couple people got injured from that because you just stick them in the sand, you know what I mean? And then they're like a kite with a spear attached, basically, when the wind grabs them.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're sharp bottom too because they're meant to be stuck in the ground, you know. It's as good as an invention as lawn darts.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just like back in the day when we used to play with lawn darts. I never did. I played that a couple of times, but it just seemed dangerous to me, you know. Great big old darts.
That's what made it so
throw
fun.
Those suckers and stuff. Yeah.
we used to try to see how close we could get to the other guy.
Oh,
that was
man. That was good times.
How close it could get to you without you moving.
Cheers, Mr. Bingus.
Cheers.
You see the new version of that?
Chicken dots.
It's like the ladder version where they throw the balls. There's like the two balls on the strings. Isn't that the current version of like lawn darts there? Am I wrong? Could be wrong.
Maybe. I never really played the lawn. I know the lawn darts, you had like a hula hoop thing that you'd throw out and you had to land the darts in the hoop or some shit.
Yeah.
Bingus, you remember what was lawn darts? Did you ever play?
Darts? Yeah. I got
I
got hit in the back with one of those once and it hurt pretty damn bad, really.
Shit.
we don't play normal darts. You know, it's like, well, yeah, well, fuck you. Really? I mean, you know, it starts going in that direction. But yeah, we used to have fun with that. Also,
Bingus is like back in my day, we used to do a fucking duel.
BB gun wars, man. In my neighborhood, we had BB gun wars, and I have a scar actually where I got a BB hit me right in the fucking temple. I mean, right up here. I can still feel the hole. Actually.
Now, you're from the same area as I am. I'm sure you guys had dirt clod fights.
That's when we went and got our BB guns. It's like, oh, you want to throw dirt clods?
Yeah.
Okay. Pew! I remember.
Yeah, we used to have the neighborhood kids would line up out in a certain area. They get all their ammo lined up behind whatever fortress they had, and they'd be popping a head up and throwing grenades at each other. It was good stuff.
Hey,
I remember knocking a couple of kids' heads off.
Yeah,
I got a scar on the back of my head from that, getting hit in the back of because I knocked a kid. One of the kids right above the forehead got a big egg on his forehead from a rock, and then I was walking in from recess, and they lobbed one, and it hit me square in the back of the head. And
What's up, Red?
I was bleeding, got stitches.
Hey, Smiley, I remember I asked you about my DEQ warnings and what have you. I asked Smiley, I have to get my car through DEQ, so I asked Smiley, these are all the sensor warnings I'm getting, and he goes, well, this is what it's going to cost you, which I appreciate, by the way. And I thought to myself, oh shit, I need a new car. I started looking at cars. I'm like, fuck this. I mean, it's like, dude, it's very expensive, right? Even used cars now. I'm like, where's that $1,000, $2,000 model that I want? No. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to fix this car because I know what I got, right? So I go through the auto places near me, and I'm just in my town. It's really a crapshoot. Whether or not you're going to get somebody that's going to treat you fairly, right? So I pick a guy next to where I get my oil check. I go in there. He's an old guy. He's playing Pink Floyd. And I go, dude, I remember Pink Floyd back in the 70s. He goes, really? He goes, I was too stoned to remember. Right? And then we get into this conversation. We talk for 30 minutes about growing weed and smoking weed before we even get to the reason I'm there, right? Long story short, I got an appointment to have him fix everything on the 18th, and I might trade lights because he wants to get LED lights.
I was just thinking that's score. Barter system.
Nice.
So
Scored.
So the cannabis gods have been with me here lately. Thank goodness. I'm very, very blessed. We'll see.
That's good.
Wow,
man.
that's awesome.
That is crazy, though. I mean, seriously. So, thank you for helping me there. I appreciate it.
Hey, even if you, no problem.
Even if I have to fix the whole 9 yards, it's still cheaper than buying even a used car. Fuck.
That's why you tell. That's
I
why you
almost
tell
pulled
people
the barter card
gotta
today, Bingus.
Really? Well, good.
Yeah,
That's a good
I
card
did.
to pull.
I'm surprised I didn't because I thought about it because I knew they'd be calling today, and it just seemed like smoking could have been in the gentleman's background there. So I almost brought it up when he called me today with the price, and I don't know why I didn't. But I think I could have worked something out. But definitely, again, not as bright as yours, but a friendship was made there. So maybe round, maybe the next round, something like that.
I used to have a mechanic, a good guy, for years, and it was always for weed, and that's why I just trust him. And I remember I even stored some weight at his house or at his garage one time. I go, hey, can I store this here? He goes, sure. I go, what's it going to cost me? He goes, oh, maybe like an eighth every time you come in to grab something. I'm like, okay. And we did that for years. And not like I was doing anything wrong or anything, right? But
No.
It's just, and then he, I don't know what happened. He got sick, I think. A lot of people my age are dying, which is kind of interesting. I feel pretty
Right?
good. I'm
It's a damnedest phenomenon, huh?
the damnedest thing. But so I've been without a mechanic now for several years, and I've been going to see this one, Maddie's Garage Incorporated, which is pick which kind of KY jelly you'd like on the shelf there, and let us know when you're ready. And then this is kind of fucked up. But dude,
they run a lot of those service advisors, the really good ones, get the same training that your fucking dentist offices and veterinary clinics and chiropractors. Those three right there, like their counter people get fucking sales training like a mug, man. And they have scripts, and then you think a telemarketer is bad, like some of them people get trained hardcore, dude. It's crazy. It's funny though.
It's dude, autos. I mean, I wish I would have paid more attention, but what a great business, man. I mean, seriously. I think you're definitely in a good business. I mean, like auto parts even. Oh my god, these guys. You look at the auto parts store, it's
That's
like
all
a million.
cutthroat, though, man. It's so cutthroat.
Well, they're so profitable because you go to an auto parts store and it's a mansion. I mean, it's just a huge conglomerate building, right? And you walk in, everything's all auto parts, but I mean, it's $1 million building. I'm just like, how many of these do you have? And they got just great business. But what's going to happen when, of course, we'll probably see cars for several years, but in the future, I'm thinking if cars go away, if we go to like anti-gravity, or let's say something like that, the premium
Cover.
on auto mechanics is going to skyrocket because we're still going to have all these little ground vehicles that are definitely going to need to be taken care of. So talk about being able to a skill to barter with. Fuck.
Yeah, but it's not like that, man. It's like the big manufacturers they're designing shit so that you have to go to the dealership. They're basically monopolizing their information about their high-tech vehicle so that if you want to have the information you need to work on it, you got to pay them a subscription fee. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they control that. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of that business that you don't get. It's all, and they are, and the big car manufacturers, we look at them as car manufacturers. They are not car manufacturers. They are part sellers. They just happen to assemble all the parts for you. That's all. Like they sell parts. That's what those fucking companies do. They move them like crazy too. And it's like, and they build
they're cheap parts
so that they can sell more parts. And that's the other insanity part about it.
Right.
I don't know, man. I get it. There's a definite need for it. It's a skilled trade that's necessary and needed. It's I don't know though. I don't know that it's the longevity of it would be there as far as that goes outside of like the dealership world. Because I think their end goal would be to have every single person making monthly payments to them, and they really don't give a fuck if they got to switch out the cars. Cadillac's already doing that. Like you can fucking switch. You can get a deal with Cadillac where you pay one monthly fee, and you can go change that vehicle every other week. You can go
Really?
grab the vehicle every other week.
That makes sense. I mean, unfortunately, it makes sense.
That just shows you they don't really care what they give you.
Well, it's also setting up for AI and robotics and all kinds of cars drive yourself and all that kind of shit.
Be like iRobot and shit, where we're all just.
I don't know if I got in a car that was being driven by a robot, that I didn't have my hands on the wheel. I'd be a little uncomfortable, I think.
What about if it's a vehicle that doesn't have pedals or a wheel?
Yeah, I mean, you just get in, right?
Yeah. I have a completely opposite point of view when this comes. I don't know who really wants to think of, or who doesn't think of driving as a burden. You know, people used to be in horse-drawn carriages. You don't drive a horse-drawn carriage. So we're just reinventing, it's kind of a weird pun, but we're reinventing the wheel with driverless vehicles. It's no different than a damn fucking horse is.
Well, you had to snap the reins on the horse at least, right?
Yeah, there's buttons for that.
You didn't never watch a Western, man? They climb all over them things while the horses just kind of do their thing.
Right? Yeah, they jump out in the front, ride them.
Lean over.
You know, they hit that 6-shooter.
Well, I'm thinking teleportation is going to screw up everything.
I don't know, man. I enjoy driving. It is somewhat of a burden. I can see that, but I enjoy driving. I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you feel like your rights are being stompled upon? Or driverless cars taking your right away from you?
Well, that's what I say. It's not going to be our generation. Like, if you look, too, like a lot of the... Maybe I'm wrong about this, but it's just my observation of the next generation around me is, like, a lot of the kids that are turning 16 aren't really ambitious to get their license, or there's a good number of them I've noticed, Where like when I turned 16, I remember every fucking buddy wanted to get their license. That was the thing you did. You went on your birthday, you got your fucking
because
license.
that's true freedom. They don't realize that.
When I was
It used to
15,
be taught in public schools too. It used to be free. You turn 15, you schedule your driver's training. Now you got to pay for all the shit too. So there's a lot more financial burden, I think, to getting a license nowadays than there was.
In Europe, you don't get a driver's license until you're an adult or 18. Here it's 16, where you're not even an adult and you can drive. So what I think of that is like in your day, or maybe people realize this more, but getting your driver license is basically a freedom. At that point, whenever you're old enough to be responsible enough to drive, you can pretty much handle your life in the way you want to. At that point,
yes,
go and do whatever the hell you want. Hop in a car and go to the whole opposite side of the country for whatever reason.
My youngest son, who's 26 almost, does not have a driver's license. And he has no ambition to get one. However, he has been hit by a van riding his bike. So, and I thought, you going to drive a car now? He goes, nah.
But that's the generation, though, that I think would be into that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
He's just not motivated.
There's a world, too, that my brain never even comprehended, but I met a dude my age from New York that never had a driver. He's never driven a car. He never cared to. You know what I mean? He's like, fuck, it's a pain in the ass, and you pay a bunch of fucking money to do it. You know, he's like
thousands of dollars for a parking spot.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, it was like 900 or something bucks a month. It was like an apartment payment in itself just to have a spot to park your car. Like it was
just for that freedom.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, so fuck it. We got public transportation. It gets me where I need to go. I do my thing while I'm riding on it. It's got Wi-Fi and shit. Like, it's like I can fucking sit on my laptop while I do a 45-minute ride to and from work, you know? I'm like,
I've done that. We got a really good transportation system in Oregon here, or in my area.
Yeah, it is good. It works like clock.
I know someone that actually has a strain called Oregon Bus Pass.
Dude, and talk about interesting experiences on the bus. You get some pretty interesting experiences. Sorry, John, go ahead.
My auntie drove for 25 years for TriMet.
Really? That's a good job, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, she retired well. But she's seen a lot of stuff, you know.
There was a time when I did it regularly. Like I didn't have a vehicle, and I was in hard times, and I took the bus to a job that didn't pay worth shit. But man, did I see some crazy shit. About 4 years worth, and had to transfer downtown. I'd go in and buy a sandwich for my lunch, and I had a routine. I mean, I can see how you can make it a part of your life pretty easily, actually. But I love to be able to get in the car. Plus, I'm like Smiley. Before I got in a wreck going over 100 miles an hour, I used to drive very fast, and I loved driving muscle cars, especially if they had nitrous oxide. And talk about instant adrenaline fucking through the roof pump, man. It just got me going. And so we'd always go to the track. When I was a kid, they were building a freeway where I lived, the 205 freeway, John. And we had
I remember that being built.
We had drag races every Saturday night, and the cops would be there with the lights flashing to like, hey, this is where it's at, right? And I mean, and talk about fun.
They're in there fucking starting you guys. Go.
They were just making sure there was no trouble.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But they were like, dude, it was cool back then.
Portland was a race town.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, we didn't, we could party. I knew cops. I would let them in my house and shit. Which fuck, you don't even think
Yeah.
about doing that nowadays. So it's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of old, but those was back in the '70s. It's interesting. I was talking to the mechanic guy. He's my age, right? So we started talking about like 1990s and stuff like that. And it used to be that wasn't that long ago.
Right.
But now it's like,
I graduated in the
fuck,
90s.
that's quite a while ago,
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just happy to have my health. I'm trying to slow down a little bit. I've been keeping myself way too busy. I think it might be time for me to try to enjoy life a little bit instead of working my ass off all the fucking time. It's funny you get into that groove and it's just like that's what you do, you know.
Yep.
It's funny.
I totally get that. It's just what you
So,
do.
dude, you got a fucking real bite to chew off. You're a fuck. You run that garden, and you're a mechanic. And
No,
Eagle.
I'm not a mechanic.
Oh, I know Eagle has got a full
Now
plate.
he's a grandpa.
Yeah, I'm a grandpa. Papa.
The grandpa now.
You got me beat there. I gotta say.
He says it now when he sees me, man. I love it. It's awesome. Pretty much says, "Hey, Papa." It's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
Year and a half almost. Well, yeah,
Year and a half.
year and 5 months. December. So not even year and 4 months.
Tony Rockefeller says he remembers those days. Greetings, chat. How you all doing out there in chat land? It's good to see everybody.
What's up, chat?
Yeah, you got into the compost. I was sifting some of my compost out, so I had like this I don't know, wooden square with a screen, and then it sits on top of a wheelbarrow, right? And I had a wheelbarrow pretty much full or whatever, and he comes over, and so I had him put his hands in it because I don't know, just feel it. It was nice. It's soft, you know what I mean? You just get done screening it like that. It's super soft. And he
Not
takes
only that, it's healthy.
fucking big old mouthful of it. I'm like, no,
That's the cure for COVID right there.
right? It was probably good for him, but still, it wasn't fun to watch. That's all.
So wait. So what do you sift this on?
Just
So
a
how'd it taste?
quarter-inch.
Did you like it?
He didn't have a face like he liked it. I think he thought it was going to be chocolate.
Oh, gosh. Oh,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
it was, yeah, it might have been chocolate cake or something.
He's probably not going to get sick all year now. He's
Yeah,
probably
no.
going to be the healthiest one in the house.
Yeah, right.
So, Bingus, I'd
Sir.
like to
That's
address
awesome, Smiley.
what you were talking about there. You know what I mean? As far as, holding the pedal to the floor there throughout life. I gotta disagree with you there about stopping and smelling the roses. Yeah. I'm for real. I'm one of them guys that are. I found it to be true in my life. Every time that I've tried to take my foot off the pedal and coast a little bit, fucking life is a use it or you lose it fucking an event. Both, in your health, when you stop moving, you start, your body really starts dying. You fucking tape your arm to your side for 6 months and it's gonna fucking fall off. You know what I mean? It's quite literally. Quite literally. And I found that with my tools. You know what I mean? I put my tools up, you know what I mean? And you pull out your nail guns you ain't used in a while and they don't fire right. You know what I mean? They don't, all the oil's caught in the wrong spots. You know what I mean? You get that rusty spot that jams shit up. So, and even with that being said, my answer to that also is, with the use it and lose it mentality, maybe it isn't time to necessarily stop and smell the coffee. Just find a lighter, easier path. You know what I mean? Just like kind of the construction to cannabis, but find something that that you find is passionate about. You know what I mean? That you still get you up and floating and dragging you on, during the day. That's the difference. You just got to change gears, but find something new that just,
Totally agree.
drags you out of bed.
Totally
Just
agree.
drags you out of bed.
And
but still full throttle.
Yeah, well, I don't know anything but full throttle. It's just that I want more freedom, right? To maybe travel. Like I wouldn't mind coming to Michigan, saying hi. You know what I mean? I can't really do that. Right? Or I wouldn't mind going to Hawaii, maybe. That'd be kind of fun. Or yoga. I've always been interested in trying to find somebody.
I'm pretty sure we're all thinking the same thing. What's the biggest restraint holding you back from any of that?
Oh, the way things are in the world right now, but not. I mean, fuck that as well. I mean, I don't want. I'm just saying that I'm too involved in growing to let go, because I'm not that way. I mean, if I can't do the best of it, I don't know. So I'm actually scaling back.
Which aspect of it is it supplying your own medicine without, being without, or, like say, like you did do that. Say you wanted to take a nice trip to Hawaii, you deserve it and you can do that. Is it because you would think you'd mess things up or you'd be too long without before you get things up and running again?
No, I have too much. The program that I run now is very, it's hands-on and I got to be there. So I would have to slow everything down, drop it down several notches, get it into a more manageable, like self-watering. And I mean, I've done all the different things. I just have to reorganize what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's going to take me some time.
I got picked on yesterday for me being in a spotlight, and I just want to know the same thing. Is what does set you back from setting that up? The way you set things up and how you would have to.
Well, what holds me back is myself. All right, I have to sit down and slow, which I'm doing. I'm just doing it. I'm impatient. I'm not very patient. So I've already reduced the size. I've gotten rid of one light. I'm reducing my footprint, I guess you could say. I'm reorganizing things. So what's keeping me from it is me. But it's not really. I'm already in the process of making it happen. And once I get there, probably be, I'd say, 6 months or more to get comfortable with the new way of doing things. But I don't want to jeopardize the people that I'm providing for either. You see what I mean? And I want to have certain strains available and just, so it's not just, I mean, shit, you just can't snap your fingers and make these types of changes. Also, I want to do other things. I want to do other things like yoga and just painting. I'm an artist. I wouldn't mind learning how to paint properly.
I don't know. I don't know if you caught last night's wormhole, but I went through the same thing.
Oh, you were? Really? No, I was out. I was exhausted.
I'm very much agree with you. There's goals and things I have set out for that I'm on the mission to travel to, and I do owe a lot of really nice responses to people that did reach out to me since last night. Eagle, just did want to mention that because it was,
Sorry, I missed it.
I don't know how to explain it. I would say important. There's probably a better word to describe what it meant to me.
Yeah. Dude, this whole show is that way, dude. I mean, seriously, I get a lot of good feedback, positive feedback. Okay, from Eagle. What was that? I was at Dead Cynics the other night. I think you were there for a minute. And I was having shots. And we were actually talking about you. And
I missed that. Damn it. And I missed it because I asked.
He goes, "Where's Red Pill?" I go, "He's where I would be if I wasn't here." He goes, "Where's that?" I go, "Eagle Gardens."
I chimed in way earlier, and then I don't know what I went to go watch in between time, but I clicked back on there, and then I seen you on there, and I thought right before I tuned out. I thought Cynic said something about him not staying on longer, it being like a short night. And then I didn't think anything of it. And I came back and then you were on there. And I was like, oh, damn, what did I miss in between when I left and came back?
Mike, I've known him forever, and it was kind of fun. I'm comfortable. I'm not comfortable, honestly, going on certain. No, I just don't. I don't know. I like to come to a place where I'm welcome, and Smiley and Johnny and Red Pill and my brother Eagle and all you great people in the chat really do a good job of making this a very welcoming
It's people that aren't involved or might not know, because they wouldn't believe how actually positive the community is. Yeah. You can't even exaggerate.
It's
that's a fact.
Yeah, but see, this isn't really. I mean, and again, it's the whole way that Eagle got this set up, which is there is no setup. It's just.
Hey,
fuck! You want to fucking talk shit? Okay, let's do
that. I do want to agree with you though that I do think you should set yourself up to a nice trip in Hawaii. But other things considered, it was the same thing that like people that we were talking about last night. Like people said, you should set a goal for yourself, and you want to put it in like time frame reference in like 1 year. Well, actually, something like moving to Michigan, if I was really set on it, wouldn't even take a full year to do. So like how you're saying, whatever path you're on to get to that point where you feel like you're ready to go take a nice trip to do it.
I'm very goal oriented. I always have been. I'm just, I'm lazy though too. So
I know.
It's like
that's I guess what I'm trying to say. I'm very
guilty of that. Yeah. We're all guilty of that. We get caught in our comfort zones, and nobody likes to be uncomfortable. Nobody likes to be in a spot where we don't know anything. We can view ourselves than less than, which is silly. You know what I mean? That's most of the time when we're at our best. Your body's in that defense mode, the fight or flight, mentality, in there, your mind's going crazy, your body's actually on full, it's good to put yourself in uncomfortable places and challenge yourself and step out of the comfort zone, it's that bubble that holds us back in most cases, it's the I don't want to fail, or I don't like to,
I don't know what that is though.
There's lessons.
Is that like
there is no such thing as failing, in my opinion. It's an experience.
What is that about vulnerability, that when you want something so bad you open yourself up to failing? I think of it that the podcast and comedy show I like, the Kill Tony thing. Like you can get so excited about wanting to go up there, and then your name doesn't get pulled out of the bucket, or that it does, and then it doesn't go your way. And it's a very funny way of how things work, because Tony Hinchcliffe, he always asks the comedian or the audience, he's like, how many people like it when comedians do good on this show? And then people are like, clap, clap, clap. And then he's like, how many people like it when comedians do bad on the show? And people go crazy, like, yeah, because you actually can't fall on your face in doing it. It's more about having the balls to sign up. That's important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The confidence to move forward. Yeah. All right. Not quit or adjust. I mean, also be self-evaluate. I learned early on to take constructive criticism. Many times.
Well, that was hard. That was hard for me.
Many times in the situation, I will actually stop and say, how am I doing? And it really takes, if you're in a service mode, if you're in a work mode, and you stop and you look at the guy that's ahead of you and you say, how am I doing? It really sets them back. They just go, well, since you asked, this, and this could be handled, but overall, you're doing great. You know what I mean? It's always something like that, right? And how else can you possibly come closer to perfection without asking that question? Because God Almighty, guys, honestly, half the time I don't really know how well I'm doing. I'm just doing it, and it's like fucking swinging and throwing and slanging and slopping and going fucking ow and whoa wow look out, it's just, but that's that's why I like to sit down and smoke weed too.
So Bingus, when was that moment when you decided not to take that criticism to heart?
When it's meanfully intended. Right? When people are talking down to me, I refuse to take that. I will tell people.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
Well,
no,
when did I?
Inside of you. When did you decide?
My old man taught me.
Yeah. That. Yeah, my old man taught me that too.
Yeah. He told me. Of course, he was old school. I mean, born in 1907. So I mean, he would always make sure I had a job. If I had a job, him and I were good. And he always made sure he didn't care about my grades. Just go there. Go to school. All right, something's going to wear off on you. But he taught me a lot of just
smarts, just regular common sense.
Just how to fucking survive. The attitude to never be, always be able to find a job and always be able to stand up for yourself and just have accountability and responsibility. I keep saying that. My son the other day says, "You always fucking say that." I go, "Dude, that's really those two things. I mean, if you get that down, if you can kind of shoot for that, it's hard to go wrong. I mean, you can fuck a lot of shit up, and if you're accountable for it, guess what? It's not a fuck up. It's a learning experience."
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
I'm glad you bring the point of accountability up there, Bingus, because criticism. I personally like criticism. It shows me a little bit where I like people that are bluntly truthful and honest with me, and criticism lies in that, but it becomes to a point where it needs to be somewhat positive, and there's a point where criticism turns into belittling. And I think we danced around that a little bit last night with each other. And again, Red Pill, if there was at any point where you felt that could have been the case last night, I would like to formally apologize to you.
No, I didn't feel that from anyone in the conversation. I took it as anyone's input is good advice. I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't reading chat. I didn't know if anyone said anything negative to it. I took everyone's, and other people, like I said, I had people reach out to me on, in Instagram after that with positive things to say. So no, I don't think there was any bit where I felt, like targeted towards. So.
Yeah, it sounded like it was a positive experience from that. Yeah. I remember when I was younger, before I was actually living with my dad, criticism was something that came at me. And then when I got to be in my dad's possession, he taught me that criticism was a tool to sharpen you. And I said, well, I didn't understand what he was saying, because when people criticized me, it pissed me off. And he said, the only reason it pisses you off is because you did something that was inadequate. He said, if you're adequate, you don't criticize. You don't get criticized. He says, so you always put your best foot forward. And you always try to do the best you can for other people. He said, and those aspects right there, if you get you get that right, then He said, you'll be showing up half the game. He said, all you got to do is be there. So
it's interesting because you take that. I mean, it's great advice and it's great stuff to live by and all that. But in today's world, it can also be somewhat of a target. And if you go into a situation where you shine too bright, then people are like laying out these landmines for you to step on, that because you're a new guy, and they'll undermine you and do things to make you look less than. And they do that primarily because they cannot keep up with you, period. All right.
yes.
So it's, and that type of a situation is very delicate because the only way to conquer that is you have to start with the most weakest link and kind of get that person on your side, you know, and help them rise at the same time that you're rising. Okay. That's the only way I've been able to accomplish full accountability and responsibility. But I'll tell you what, I always get fired or I quit because of the very thing that we're speaking of. I mean, if you're working for a guy that is totally irresponsible, let's say that he doesn't make his payroll on time, or, you know, something, you know, he's not. So, and then at some point you're going to point it out to him and he's not going to appreciate it. And at that point, generally it's split the sheets. So that's what, again, why I've learned to work for myself. You know, I put the corporate world, I used to wear a 3-piece suit and give lectures and do all kinds of crazy ass shit in that realm. Till one day I realized that it's just a dog eat dog, cutthroat type thing. And I put my tool belt on. And I walked up and down the street and put cards in people's doors saying that I would unstick their windows for $10. And fuck, I had more work than I could ever imagine to do, you know. So I mean, it's not, and that's the other thing. People say, "Why do I can't find a job?" I'm like, dude, you just got to get creative a little bit, and you can definitely you can scratch enough out there. Believe me, in this America, to survive. I mean, you may not be rich. I mean, I lived in a big house where I rented a room for like $275 a month there for quite a while. And so, I mean, I didn't have to do much scratching to make rent, you know. But that was before, that's when I couldn't grow and I actually had to be a real slave.
Yeah.
You know,
those were the days, man.
Growing is the only thing I've been able to do successfully because it holds my interest and it provides enough of an income to get by without having to deal with a lot of the fucking bullshit. You know, who was it? I was talking to Modern Genetics, who's struggling, trying to get his deal going. Shout out to Modern. And yeah, I mean, the reason, the stuff that he's going through is why I don't want to do that. Because it's just like they put the brake, you got the gas, and you got the gas pedal down, they're like, where are the brakes here? You know, give me more money. We got good brakes here, so pay us. Basically, right? You want to say, fuck you.
Ceramic disc brakes on all four tires.
We got 4-wheel brakes here.
It really does seem like they invent new ways to fuck with people trying to get a facility going, though, too. Well, I know like 3 people right now that are stuck in a similar, you know, Modern's one, but, you know, a couple other people stuck in a similar spot where it's like you get so far, but then all of a sudden they throw this big old hurdle in your fucking way. And it's like, come on, man. Like, yeah, at some point you want me to get this going, right? Like, you know?
Well, they want to weed out the people that don't have a lot of money. Period.
It's bullshit.
That's why they're dude, they do. Of course it's bullshit. But it's like, look at, oh, you're gonna grow weed? Oh, fuck you, buddy. Get ready to bend over. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna push back? Okay, that's fine. Pay us now or pay us later. I mean, you're gonna take a long time to get there, but we got your number because you just didn't pay us straight up front. I mean, it's that way. They're very politics, especially city. Fuck, just terrible, corrupt individuals.
Oh, they're
And
horrible.
so it's like, I mean, dude, I was just watching a video. Oh, I think I sent it to, I put it in Eagles thing about the Jungle Boys. Fuck, watch that. It's about the history of the Jungle Boys and how they had a 13-year lawsuit with the city of Los Angeles.
Wow.
It was just total BS, complete bullshit. All
Or
right,
like
then,
dating back to a literal home grow.
who knows? I mean, it's a very good. It's like a half-hour video, but I was kind of glued to it. It was very insightful on what it takes. And what it takes, my friends, is a mucho amount of dinero. All right.
Yes. Or you have to know somebody.
I don't want to break it down into a thing, but I had a thing where it either goes to people who escaped the law for a very long time, people with celebrity endorsements, billionaires who came into it with other, they already made money in some other industry and now they got enough money because it's legal to throw around in the weed thing, because they're looking at it as like how people are all over NFTs and cryptos and stocks right now. That I think they're going to cash in later on down the road. and then there's people who get there like from one way or another through like Instagram or whatever, through like social media celebrity. But there you go. There's 25%, 4 different ways of the type of people that end up right now being on, with their hands on a lot of fucking pots.
I think that we should just attack the big guys with the war of the quadrillion cuts, where we just cut little slivers of the market away from them, with people that want high quality, good medicine to help them with their anti-inflammatory type illnesses. Okay? And let them have the Marlboro end of things where they want to.
Well, the way I think of that is no one looking at us, no one spying on us, no one doing investigations. If people like everyone, literally, this is something that probably includes 100% of everyone in this call and viewing. If we have our own grows where we're taking care of ourselves, our collective of best friends and family, right? And we're doing that. We're helping our aunt, and she's got one thing that she needs it for, and then we're helping our buddy that he doesn't know anything about growing, but it helps him for whatever reason.
Or a mechanic.
We're helping him do that. If
or your mechanic.
If all of us here did that to our close circle of friends, it would cut. That would literally cut. I don't know how much. I want to say literally like somewhere between 50 and 75% out of the recreational market, or people that the retail market. I would say, if all of us could hook up our best friends and our aunts and uncles and that kind of shit, who else would be going to stores?
I think it would be more like 80-20. Unfortunately, I have to agree with that. I mean, 20% of the people are gonna. It's always the 80-20 rule I've noticed, especially when it comes to this type of thing, because we're talking about people that want the quality. 80% of people don't even know what the word quality means. So, I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to humanity, but it's a fact.
Well, with my outlook, it'd be like our families, regardless of how they,
exactly.
they don't know.
Well, dude, 20%. Right. Think about that. That's fucking pretty. That's a huge section.
I was just talking to someone earlier. Like, I had an aunt. This is like during family reunions. I would be smoking back in the day with my own homegrown, smoking bowls of this weed, and then cashing it out. Tapping the bowl out, packing a fresh new bowl in. And my aunt would be like, "What are you doing? There's still weed in that bowl." And then I would have the whole conversation with her, like, "No, actually, it's just trichomes, the trichomes are what has the medicine. And we're sitting here and we're burning the weeds. This is all just like burnt up weed. I'm going to pack a fresh bowl. I got more to pack. It's not like I'm going to run out anytime soon. It's homegrown weed. It's right here. It's the best it's going to be right here in front of you right now." Like that kind of thing. They couldn't get it that like I'm wasting weed. And my aunt was like, "Okay, whatever. Just take that weed and put it in this little cup." Like giving me like a little solo cup to take, instead of me cashing the bowl into the ashtray, cashing the bowl into that little cup. And then she would save my weed, or like roaches and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, God bless her. I bet if you left the light on, she turns it off for you too. Right?
Yeah, God bless her. What am I here saying? But
no, I'm just saying that people, dude, especially from the depression, you should have seen my old man. Fuck, it was never more than 60 degrees in my house. Fuck.
Yeah.
We always wore sweaters and shit.
My thing is, I could totally prevent my aunt or a few other people in my circle of friends from ever needing to go to a retail store. And I'm thinking, like, if more people are like me, that's what they're fearing is, hey, we don't want it medical because we don't want to admit that it has medical value. So we're never going to take it off of Schedule 1. Here's your recreational weed to come up with the excuse that you've been making for medical this whole time.
God, I have something I want to say, but I'm not going to say it. There's a reason that they're going to make it federally legal. And it's nothing to benefit humanity. Okay. But getting stoned and staying home, and it's kind of, they like that idea.
Oh yeah, they do.
See? So it's not like, especially if they could like do something to turn off your spiritual
ambition.
I was just going to say, if you want to, that's literally about what the aspect of what we're all a lot of people are trying to chase, and the high that they don't get from cannabis very often, or maybe only once in a lifetime. And it's so easy to have weed make you couch locked and stoned. Because like you're saying, they just want you to be a little blob tuned into the TV or VR headsets and not even go out in the world. They literally want you plugged into the matrix.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope they succeed.
I've seen others play with them and walk around like that, and I'm like, yeah, that's not me.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I try not to go into these areas much anymore because it's just pointless. At some point, everybody will figure it out.
Yeah, I hope so. I want to say like I just got lucky, or I'm blessed to figure it out early. I'm not the last one to the race on that. I've been to the last one in the race to so many fucking things. I'm so glad it's not just being.
Good on you, bro.
What liberates you from, mental slavery in this world.
Yeah. I'm rooting for humanity.
Rooting for humanity.
And I hope we win. I think we will. There's plenty of us, that's for sure. Crazy.
So you choose humans over reptiles.
Well, okay, dude. Now, first of all, the base of your brain is reptilian, so hello.
Sure.
Yeah, I choose humans, the GMO human, primarily because he's being experimented on, number one. So he's the underdog. He doesn't realize that he's the underdog. Many humans think that they're top dog.
Right.
Right, but unfortunately, so I'm always a fan for the underdog, and I just think God will win, and I'm a big fan of God, uh, so always will be, and yeah, and on Lucifer, Satan, and those types of guys, I get it. I mean, you got to have the negative to realize that there actually is a God.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
They said because we're just talking about this now that we're us talking about this now we're written in the book of life.
Okay, right on. Well, I hope so. I think we all are actually, or we wouldn't be here, especially at this time.
I think it's double that. Us just talking about this because it's like wormhole type conversation, but literally what brings us all here, cannabis. I literally do think we're some type of crusade, crusaders for it, and we've been through enough persecution or prosecution on this mortal plane, then it makes up for, like they say, you're judged by your work.
Very good. Good job. Jeez. That was a good one. Good one. No, that's
That's what I believe.
No, that's when truth ring is like a bell that rattles the whole earth. And I think more people need to speak their truth.
Yep.
Right? Please, don't be afraid. I don't want to offend. I will take into consider all regulations, but only when I have to. And the rest of the time, fuck it. I do what I want, and that's with my life. I've never been a good slave. I just never have. I can do it.
Is hard.
I can do it, right? I'm a very good actor. I can act like, oh yes, sir, boss. I can whatever you need, man. Yes, sir. Shaking the tree over here, boss. You ever watch Cool Hand Luke? I love that.
Yep. Yep.
Shake the tree here, boss. Goes there. There's a big long line cord. Luke's running. Great. I can eat 50 eggs. That's a classic, you guys. If you haven't seen it, you should see it.
Cool Hand Luke's a great one. Yeah, it is.
I think it's a black and white movie, though. That tells you again.
Yeah, it's an antique.
I'm getting up there.
It gives me something YouTube later.
Oh, you'll love it. Red.
Oh, yeah. Cool Hand Luke, man. That was one of the original classics.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a great.
So I should have started this like better than a month ago, almost, or coming up on a month. This day in fucking talking shit with Eagle history will be These Bags, episode 42. It's a year ago today. I gotta send them a message, and I realized this last year or yesterday. It started yesterday. I'm gonna try my best to keep this up. But who was last year at this time? I'm gonna start doing that. But yesterday was Foraging Gardener, and I actually sent him a message. You know what I mean?
Anniversary.
Yep, happy 1 year yesterday. So These Bags, I need to send them a happy 1 year.
God, it flies by so fast.
That is a great idea. I like that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Your fucking anniversary
it could reinvigorate the wormhole. Maybe someone forgot. Like, hey, oh yeah, that reminds me.
I said, it's funny you said that, Red Pill, because that was part of the happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. It's been a year since your episode. In case you've lost the invitation, or because back then it wasn't necessarily a set number. Here is the Zoom number. Feel free to drop into the wormhole.
That's better than a Christmas card.
Yeah,
that is.
I got very thrilled that one time when we had like 13, 14 people here, because when we started doing this, me and Mingus, we were in, or back in Google Hangout days, it was limited to 10 people.
Yeah.
Right. So that thrills me when you can, there's no reason why there can't be 15, 20, 25, 30 people. I like that. I want to see how much.
I think that Zoom is the one that you can do that with, right? A lot of the other ones you can't really get that. I think 10 is it. But yeah, 50. I agree. Yeah, 50 can do. Fucking squares get smaller and smaller.
Woohoo! Yeah, it looks like a sheet of acid after a while.
Yeah. Hey, now imagine this. We'd have to sit here and go like this just to see everybody, flipping side to side.
And then get everybody to say a certain thing at the same time. Wouldn't that be fucking weird? Like,
oh, that'd be cool.
Happy 420. like stereo, you know what I mean?
Happy 50 people.
Yeah, happy 420. It is actually 420.
It is actually 420. You called it right on the pitch.
Man, that's perfect, Angus.
We're with the fucking Angels tonight, my friend.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's what I'm talking about. I better load up on that one.
I'm doing it right now.
Good.
Angus. It was in the stars.
It's almost like you meant to do that.
Yes. That's God. That's another signal from God.
None of us have a script
segue.
Verify that.
Dude, I just took a huge hit. Yes.
I dig it.
The DJ Short Blueberry, my friends, is a wonderful strain. I really like it. It does seem to get better. I mean, I left it in there a month, and it's still getting better. I also read that it doesn't, you don't get a tolerance to it, which so far has been true. Like some of the other strains I smoke, I kind of like, it's not getting to me. I'm like, maybe I've developed a tolerance for that particular strain, so I stopped smoking it for a while, and then I'll go back to it. But I don't know. I'm liking this strain. Shout out to DJ Short, by the way. He does have those seeds available now, just for those that want to know, in an F5 version, and you'd have to just, I forget the name of the place, but if you put in DJ Short's F5 Blueberry, I'm sure you'll find it. Google will steer you in the right direction, which I think is amazing. They're about $160 for a pack, but they are available, which hasn't always been the case.
Which is actually fairly cheap for a legendary breeder, A lot of them are over 200.
Yeah, I was impressed. I don't know. I got a lot of good stuff. Hopefully that'll happen with them. It gets to the point where you love something so much, like, I just want to grow a whole room of this, right? And then by the time you end at that, you're, all right, what's next? Finally drown yourself of it.
So I took down my my plant from outside, got it dried up, and I smoked some last night. I swear to God, it tasted just like theater popcorn, really? Buttery popcorn on the outflow.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I 100% totally believe you. I got to take this tab before it gets too cold. But before I left, one of my favorite Colorado, one of my favorite dispensaries I would go to was Grow Life, and they had a strain called Drive-In, and exactly the same thing, dude. It tasted just like some fucking popcorn, a fucking bucket of popcorn.
Yeah,
the drive-in gene.
It tasted just like that theater buttery popcorn that you get,
If you smoke it in a bowl or a joint, does it look like burnt popcorn?
I don't know.
I don't know. Wally?
I had it in concentrate form. It was miraculous. it was one of those strains that, you know, you would think if they appreciate it like medical, and you went back to the dispenser, like, dude, this strain really works for me. Please save it. They'd be able to do that for you. That's how good it was. We're like, dude, I like this so much. Can you please not stop running it? I need more of it.
The mechanic I talked to, his wife liked a certain strain. He told me what it was. I'd never heard of it, so I did not remember it. But he kept really asking me a lot about the LEDs, and because I used to, we all have done HPS. A lot of people
No, I
still do.
haven't.
A lot of people still do, especially metal halides. And, I mean, there's a place for it. You know what I mean? But my setup, I enjoyed the LEDs, and I'm hoping that he will too, and I'll get a fixed car.
Nice.
That's so cool. How you can flip them around, barter.
The way it started off, I just couldn't believe it. Man, it's like, this is not happening, right? And he goes, well, if you want to do business with me, I go, dude, you had me at Pink Floyd. You know, we're gonna do business, man. You know, so. He was all fair. He goes, well, look, I won't charge you. I mean, he's just being straight up with me. I'm just like, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
So next time he goes to figure up that bill, Vegas, you need to fucking have a pre-roll for him. So when he starts like looking for like that pen, you just you need a pencil.
Oh, Eagle.
Here, use my pen. Here, use my pen.
Good one, Eagle. In fact, I'm pretty sure I will do that. Good job. Of course. Or when we go to shake hands, I'll have one. The way I used to do it at the hip place, I had them in a little plastic thing and just, how you doing? Like the pump place, we'd have to go buy pumps and stuff like that. And the owner of the pump place would come out. You can't really just stand him. It's like we'd shake hands and he goes, oh, he'd just, you know, big old grin. And people be like, his employees would be looking at him like, you guys gay or what's going on there? You know, looking funny.
I don't know. I got reminded of this, but my dad has a buddy that has a car lot, and he on his like front desk, he had a mouse trap, a set up mouse trap, and then in front of it said, "Complaint department, ring bell for service."
I like that. I like that. If you dare.
Was there a tack on it too?
I don't remember. It was just a mouse trap and that little sign like complaint department, ring for service or something like that. And I, as a kid, I'm thinking like, second, someone's gonna stick their finger in there.
How pissed off are you?
Yeah.
We'll change your thought process real fast.
They had a suggestion box at one of my jobs that we had. It was just a piece of paper on the wall with an arrow straight down, and the suggestion box was actually the trash receptacle.
That's the same thing.
They wanted no suggestions whatsoever. They said, keep your shit to yourself. Yeah.
That's some good fucking business humor right there.
Yeah.
I'll never own another business. Such a pain in the ass. Fuck.
We used to hang a sign on the door between like the waiting area and the shop that would say no customers allowed for your safety and our sanity. Because people would drive you fucking nuts, man, asking you questions while you're trying to do something. And they're like, what's that? What's this? What's that? Dude, just go sit down, man. Just fucking go sit down a minute.
Well, now you can tell them, you go, our distancing is in the waiting room. That's how far you have to be away.
Yeah,
that's a game, right? Nobody wants to wait for shit, right?
No, it's funny.
Right?
There used to be a shop owner I knew that had no waiting chairs. Like he was like, there was no implication that you were gonna wait for the repair to be done at all. It was dropping the fucker off and you're leaving and he'll call you, you know. But he had no chairs or nothing. Like you weren't, yeah, you figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this one company I worked at, I was offloading this guy's truck, and that's one thing when you work on a dock and you're offloading somebody's truck, they want to be there to watch you offload it, right? Which is understandable. And so this guy was walking circles around my forklift while I'm working. And I got off my lift and I grabbed a piece of chalk off the chalkboard and I walked back over and I drew a circle on the ground and I put you, and I put that right in the middle of it. And I said, you stand there. I said, if you come out of that circle and you get your ass runned over, that's on you. Because that son of a bitch was bouncing around my forklift while I was trying to offload his truck, you know? You can't have that shit. You run that son of a bitch's foot over, he's done.
This is an OSHA requirement, and this would be an example of an OSHA requirement. This is your circle. You stand here. And that way, you'll live.
After it was all over, my boss came up to me and he says, you know, I've been dealing with that son of a bitch for years. He said, that's the first time I ever seen anybody do that. That was perfect. But he stayed in the circle too, you know?
Yeah, but he did.
And I told him, I said, you come out of that circle, I'll aim for you.
That's 20 points, buddy. Come out of the circle. Come on.
Yeah.
Make my team. Guys, I got to go to bed. Thank you so much again for letting me to come up here and run my mouth. And, it's always a great time up here, Eagle, Johnny, Red. Always good to see Red, and Smiley. Keep up with that great haircut, man. I mean, pretty soon you'll get it almost as good as mine.
It's getting there, isn't it? It's getting there.
All right, cheers to the chat.
Much love and respect, man.
Good night, you guys. Take care.
See you later.
I'm bouncing out too. It's that time.
Yeah. I'm sure you got stuff to do, Eagle.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, pull the plug as well. Do have another full day today. Some things didn't get done yesterday.
My grandpa's favorite famous saying was, you know, you can work 24/7, and when you're dead and gone, there'll still be stuff to do. So,
yeah. Push it off on the next guy. It seems like. All right, Smiley.
Good to see you guys.
Red Pill.
Yep.
Eagle.
Peace out, Johnny.
Always awesome hanging out with you guys.
See you later, Johnny.
Peace and love.
Thank you, Johnny.
Always.
Appreciate you. Bingus, I didn't get a goodbye on him as well. He took off rather quick as well. Well, he didn't really. It was kind of slow. I was just slow on my reaction, I guess.
I'm checking out. Thank you, Eagle. Again, another good wormhole, another fun chat. And yeah, no harsh feelings about yesterday. Very much enjoyed it. I did a little chatting with my dad too. Like I said, it's probably not going to be a thing where it's even going to take me a year. Probably will happen sooner than that. I might end up in Michigan. So.
Right on. Well, I just wanted to say that if you did or if you didn't, you know what I mean. I'd rather be up front. You know what I mean? Just like I said, I'd rather people be up front and truthful with me. So, you know, if I feel like I apology in the slightest way, I'd rather have you accept it. You know, if needed or be.
No, I definitely do, but I also definitely, at all by anything you said, don't feel like apology is necessary, or anyone said. You know what I mean? It's stuff that hear often enough, or know that I know better by myself. It's things that I know, I know what's right. I know what's, I don't want to call it procrastinating or anything like that, but it's just circumstance. And like I said, it's because it's actually the Michigan thing. It's a very odd circumstance that I wound up in Colorado in the first place. And now that where I'm at, Michigan is so much closer, it actually makes that way more of an available option. It's not like uh, whatever, crazy out, out of reality type idea. So, but no, thank you, Eagle. No, like I said, I don't know how to I don't know how to convey in words like how grateful I am being able to hang out here and talk to you and everyone else.
That's the best way. Best way to be grateful with me is to tell me you're not grateful, brother. It makes me, I hate it. I honestly do. I love you guys.
All right.
You got to thank me.
Thank you very much, Eagle. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Have a good day, brother.
Yep.
All right. Now it's time to get out to the shout outs. So appreciate you guys hanging out every night. Some nights I don't show up. I feel like an asshole, but I do love this. Some days I come at it with a sour approach. Smiling knows this to be true. There ain't one night where, not too many nights, where I end this thing and I'm not very thankful that I turned that camera on. That's no doubt. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're actually coming up on another very special day. Fucking talking shit with Eagle. One of the biggest days the community captured my heart. And that was the day my dad passed. You guys all reached out and touched me. Too much kindness. Never felt like that in my life. This is an amazing community, and I'm proud to do this. Give Me Back My Bullets, one of my favorite songs, Leonard Skinner right there. So cool, miss you, brother. D's House of Dank, Mama Law 710, Scared Grow 420, Green Thumb Bum, Christina MG 89, Unplugged 705, Medical McCuddy, Rick T, the Rebel of the 92207, Fabian Salinas, Dave's Not Here, Tom Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo Dope, T-Dog, Run, T-Dog, Dung Beetle, Red Eye, Jedi Grows, Mother Nature Grows, Justin Conway, Duckweed, Run Boy 7426, Justin Goodearth, Strong Boy, Strong Man. I don't know how I fucked that up. Need to set this up so I'm not looking down. There we go. All right, where was I? Strongman, Okie Grower 75, Corey Travel, Michael Wallace, More Vision 420, Cujo, Cat Daddy, Taco Down Slug, Rick S, In the Bushes 827, James Simmons, Kevin Hahn, World's Last Hope, Pets Fan 425, Dirt Road Dude, Kenna Shiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dave Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, Acetone. That's you, brother. 710 Connects, Ken and Queen Genetics, Stabby Tanaze, Fundor, Dirtman Dan, Keith of Black Sales, Mr. Bolsillas, Zim Premium Gardens, Rasta Bob, Rasta Jess, Soiled Root, Small Tunes, Tyler, Frosty Buds, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub T Roy, Big Jar Grows, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal, Weed Nerd, John, Laz, PPG 15, Green County Grower, TJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Growers, T1 Productions, State Grower, A Grown Men's, Miss Nudie Grows, I Gruesome, Johnny Candice, Shootouts, Nutty Nikki, Zoe and Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, Clover 420, I Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Smooth Moo, Mo Grower, The Canna Crate, Loki Grows, Sus, This Guy, Burton 79, Polish Hammer, Mid-Loss 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connection, Wolverine Grows, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, Laid Way Back Farmer, D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Amber Lalana, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Sticky, Rob, Big Dave 420, Brett Wendell, Big Ed 1961, Manawane, G3, The Green Click, J&K, Triple G, Mr. Sprinkler, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John B2 Crazy for You, BGWG 420, Dr. Baldwell, Purple Thumb OG, Arthro, Sons of Me, Just a Face 420, Arthro, I Miss You, Beach Coast Grower 420, Sir How, Trey Malone, Keep It Real, Hagerton 420, Zeb Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BTWD, Rose, Bingus 503, thank you for popping in, Green Puffin Man, Alex Poiker Chef, Chef Life, School of Crop, Pills I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Real 100, 212, Andy Marion, Miranda Family Farms, Page Farms, Me All Flower, Brian Henderson, Green 13, New Tibet Wins, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane's Gardens, Dreamers 77, Double D, Bad Gut Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs, from 619 to 664, Spaniard Cougar, Jones, and Grow, Pop G Grows, Raz Amy, Dro Grows, Cass, the Grow From Your Heart podcast, Lily Luna, the Green Med Flock, Jeremiah Miranda, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Soil, Jason Einstone, P. Win, David Colby, PB Mason 662. Scroggy McScroggerkin, The Goddess Grows, Kaylee Burrows, Chad Brad Family Farms, Polly P. Bjorg, Eric Ferguson, Kevin Jodry, Mike Honcho, Jay Huggins, UDA. Green Tree Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Stevensland, Organic Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sarge S, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, Dan the Indoor Man, Grow Me, Hamilton Gross, Clip Smoke, Keystone Camouflage, PA, Big Guy 710, Eugene Greenleaf, H. True Hustle, Fred Darren Carlos, Noah Arizona Beer Grow 420, No Style, Jesse White, Gosh Dang Yeti, Interfruit Genetics, So J, Victim Robin, Killer 8 Mo, James Buttercreek, C Dub from NorCal, The Pharmacy Seed Bank, Deadhead, Smokey 616, Curtis Mayhem, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dora, Antenna Seeds, Vicarious K, Mike Rubles, Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Stove to Get Up, Stu Moo, Popco 719, Bake with Shake, baby, Old Smoke, PWC, Grown Buds, Laura Wash, Mr. Weed Blunt, Old School, Grow Up, Chad Westport, Honcho Grown, Floor Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Pungent Sound Seeds, Goliath Grows, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, Food Spectrum Gone, God, Lori Hanson, Real 2,000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D Conley, Pink Jam, McBodie Face, Show Me Sasquatch, Fuck Google and You, I'm Going Well, Canadian Restore, Poor Dirt Farm, Carl Wright, Stepner, Humble Farms, Tannery Farm, Seldom Scenes, Oak Park Gardens, Hell 9782, Skunky Packs, Martial Artist 2012, Microslave Hefner, Danny McDizzle, Medically Fit, Robert, Mr. Green Fingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Rancho Coast, Plenty, Monkey Balls, Jack, Andrew Champlin, Bobby Lynn Means, Trench Digger, Mr. Mac, Tonya Lake Bone, Bill S, Weed Peace, Tater Delicious, Minty, Country Roots, You're on Fire, Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny 101, Bugs and Answers, Mr. Club 14, Bearded B-Man 616, Bearded B-Man Farm 616, that is, all up north, Max Screwman, Ruby, Timothy McKimmons, Justin Beans, Neo, Socratic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Kimba 03, Turf Farmer, just scanning, Stevens, Carlitos, Latinos, Gator Country, Mr. Speed, Will Steve, Firesaw, Wally, Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Rasta Bob, White Feather Grows, Burnage, Rooms, Tone Grows, Gang, K-Man Grows, BX Gunner 81, Smith, Dude, New Grow, Sean McCann, J Muggs, Dank, Agenda, Walla Walla, Canna Grow, Fall Dog, Huron Canis, Cannabis Council, Alyssa Parrish, Rock Fan, Justice McFur, 20, Ben, Press Grow, Thriving Herbs, High Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grown, For Love of the Plant, Argo American, Smart Poker, Unfrozen Caveman, Hawaii's Highest Surfcraft, Micro Goon, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius Grows, Berdank, Brownies, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green 514, Amelia Jensen, Oz in the Mika, Dr. MJ, Coco, Brandon, Russ, Matthew Gates, Steve's Bags. Today, 1 year. Drone Star, Shotgun Willie, Dank Yoda, Jay Simmons, Sure Bros, Clackamas, Cool DJ Conley, Aaron the Grower, Light 1978, Michigan Grown Buds, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Clackamas, Coot, Clackamas 420, Clackamas Coot was earlier. Stinky Colas, Dylan Stein for a PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sun Grove 707, J.A. Droves, J420, Cascadian Grows, Tito's McGee for Plants A, Weedworks, Captain Scrog, Smoky Buds, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, McGanster Tempe, Annie N, D Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose, 11 Smiles 11, Bindu Buds, Micro Rasa Grows, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen Haze, G's Friends, Tree MMJ, Matt S, Save Ball, Dragonfly B, Justin Mez, Travis Mike, Eric Ferguson, Chronic Titan from Blessed Coast Seeds, Shango Gas, Wabasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Trickle, Smoke King, Raz, Pop Little, Slow Roll, Spiky Pie, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Steelbird, Into 11, Stephanie Gray, Shark Pulley 989, Bomb Bra, Sovereign Garden, Stoner Nation 420, Joe Y Bugs 1313, Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Boo, Jay Myers, the Mid, the Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bag Seed, Dr. DGC, Jeff, Shutter 911, Dutch Gross 420, Scallywag 420, Skillmo 1, Bed Grower 1, Empire Breeding Co. for Broly, Lost Leaf, Liam, Maz, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Alley, Noble, Sleep K, Tom Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking with Small Town, Tim Miss, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Troy, Michigan Quarry, Double Tap Farms, Mr. Green, 420, 808, Rooting Prospect, Canna Bus Driver 8, Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grows, T Band, Root Nut 619, Dr. Scrambles, PB Moonrock, CHFJJ, Bio Green, Stealth Grower 56, Hanky Stinky 420 OG. Pause that shit. Let's just pause it. KP, Ganja Nana, Your Mama, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, Bee Growing, Nature's Specimen, Killer Bee Grows, Ganja Wizard, Husky Garden, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Ooh, Soul Life. I like this song. Soul Life. 420, Bully 4 for Life, the Jeffro 420, the Beavis 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, goddamn, my Big Ted's Test, Griffin Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock 420, 420, Boom Farms, Charlie Farm, Aldridge 25, Mr. Smarley's Gardens was in the house tonight, JD's, Misty's, Doug, Smoking Grow, Frazier, Grokoski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Evolve 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagsy, Jill Carter, Mystic March, Mystic Grower, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Rose, Rick Wolf, ELP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Candy Trooper, Mike. Wait a minute, I'm ahead of myself there. I already got them guys, Mike and Nick. Black Cat, light it up again, Tim, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Chipper, Medical MJ, Buds, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Date Man Dan, Date Man 420, Red Sun Farms, Good Life, Joni Bell, Chicha B, Most Hated Grower, the Major General 420 Army, the American One, W Digger 714, Shirates, Kineos, Genetics Mountain, Ready Hit That for Hot Fire, Chris Mertz, Ian Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Happy Fade Cam, Finger Lakes Finest, Ridge Patch, Dozer Moon, Southern BT Grower, Choose Medical, Jared Bear, Plus One Mushroom, Secret City Pioneers, My Little 10, 2042 Spacewalker, Christian T Monk, T Barrington, Heart and Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, T Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptus, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Ross Kyle, Paul Lemon, Hopeful Trench, Rita's Juicy Life, 420, Grant Manuel, Barry Ballin, Sammy Sizzle, 81, 9-inch Colas, Chris Mold, GK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, Kind Brew, Cannon Nation, JJ Wires, Wob Wobby, Sean Bins, Rescue, Ready, Roadside, LL, Snugs, Magma Seeds, Father and Son, Trimming Tutorials, Del T Dank, Jose Martin Perez, Doggo the Hut, 420, Buck, Chibo Man, 420 Videos, TR, Detroit River Rat, Louis Garcia, Michael P, AJ every day, Captain Audit, Channel Bob 13, Main Grower, Main 420, Med Grower, Cookie Scoop, Jay Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods, All Good, Sally Man, Sal, Adam, Skankin, Chanel Simpsons, One Smoke Away, Ganja Roach, Kazoo, Aaron, Vernon, Shroom, Smith, Lincoln, Stinkin, Angel Studios, MG 420, Grow 10, Paul Kiella, John Fleming, Dinkovich, Fibro, Flower, Paulie B, Seldom, Steve, Elevated, Lenny, Organic, Sunman, Chiba Sony, Project Pollock, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, Fuck All That Big, Misfit Grower, Jason Lyon 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Gracer, Stoner Baker, MD, Sony Creek, Rust Sonic, Fringe Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man, Hermit Ass, Freebird, Mo Grower, Manny Gar, Simple Man, Survival Time, Tim Blank, Gulf Coast, Chronic, Steam Fat, Caballero, Palero. Sorry if I fucked that up. I know I fucked that up. Harley, Grower, Judd God from Jason Line 512, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island Hayes, Scuba Steve Speaks, JR Randy K, Forest Farmer, Steve, or TCDR, Killer Killian, Wardrobe Farming, Randy Grande, Piff 1000, Ace Boom, 3223, Wake Up, Captain Freedom B, Pupper Smiles, 15 Digit, Michigan Ganja Mooch, Fred G, Super Bob, Broski 808, Weekend at Birdies, K-Bag, Justin Station, Strong Style, Organic, Zippy, Imatic 31, Honesty, K-Hell, Me Off Flower, Brent Boone, Todd Kendricks, Newton, K&T, Christine, True Serum, Photons, Fo, Natty Dreads, Barbara, Matthews, Ancients, Kevin, Jiu-Jitsu, Canna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Low Cut, Glab, Albert Trembling, Mo Main Med, Raz Banshee, Helen, Huge Anus, James T, Atomic Smooth, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, Big High Fly, 420, Officer Brush Bow, Mother, Tree, Maid, Red Pill, Yo Boy, Roy Boy, thank you for popping in, Red Pill, Static, Shannon, Steve, Druhan, Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoke Away, the 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill, 710 again, Kasu, Cannabis Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man, 81, Oil and Flower Podcast, Entourage Effect, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, El Mano 420, Surrounded by Keith, Ferrari Farms, Fringe, Dweller, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt, Richard Forbes, Daniel Pimenta, B4P Funk, Nick T, John Reese, What About Bob, Prince Patty, Daniel Bergman, Green Pufferman, B, Doug Lee, James Chung, Sarge Gross 818, James John Wayne, Color, Alana Roots, Sister Golden Hair, Dana, El Dagarito, K&F Gardens, 10 Blank, 1030, Choose One, Only Feet, Farmer James, Crypto Dope, James Lamb, a Hip Grower, HIP grower, that is. Pat Javine, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonder, Sunrise, Top Floor Genetics, Mold, Basic 420, Can2 Cannabis, Jess Fisher, My Dog Nelia, Rooster Cannabis, Rooster, just fucking Rooster, Alex Hardy, Hardy Gear, Ready Cropper, Daniel Gross Photos, Witten Grown Men, Sunrise Gross, of course, my big girl, Lexi, Brittany Koo, Low Limit 916, Mo Grumpy Toad, Alchemist, and Kennebec, Soil, Born, Addiction, Ross Joe, Alex D, Dirty Ore, Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Sarge Roach 818 again, Blaze Daily, Pride, Piper, Perpetual, Eagle Proud Warrior, Sarah Spots for you, Break Loose Out of the Dank Duchess, Keno, Kelly, Maxwell, Captain 420, Stink Fat, What About Bob again? Neil Jester, Pimp Pop Shrooms, John Gorski, John Doe, Dugan Gangsta, THC Pole, PTSD, T. Dewang, Honcho, Grown, Swamp Camp, Polero, Canabinka, Best of Because, Jane Doe, Mr. Manny D, Canifari, 420 AB Normal, Franklin Guerrero, Barefeet J, Brent 74, CK Brown Guy 420, Pachyderm 420, Burning Tree Bane, Eggs, Gray Sun, Grow 207, Hydro Daily Hump, Hemp with GG, JB Ream, Supreme Grape, Sony Rockefeller will be here tonight. Looking forward to talking with you, Stoney. What do we got? Cannabis, Caveman Cannabis, Bruce City Synthetic, Hawaii Sustainable, Midnight Roots, Dead Cynic, Knuckles. Oh, I love this song, but they will fucking shut me down. Great song right there. Colors by the Black Movement. Good one. Cut it before they cut me. Oh, my other favorite song. This is My most favorite song in the world right here. I don't think it. Oh, it is by Leonard Skinner too. I knew it was by them, but I just didn't know if this was like a cover. My all-time number one favorite song. Leonard Skinner. Take that let off. We'll just start again with Dead Cynic, Michael Knuckles, Michael P, Polly B, Quick B, Nimble, Bud Kilowatts, Michael D, 4889, Disbanded Brothers, Mycelia, Matt, Joseph, Grace, Medicine RX, Keith and Chief, Hydro Daily, Concerning American Cannabis 411, Freedom of Speech, Dr. Jointsworth, D's, Trees, Ganja Sudoku, 710 is Oil Upside Down, Jesse Stevenson, Victoria Badach. I'm sorry, Victoria, if I fucking that up. What about Bob? I think for the fourth time. Scary Garden, Gus Rose, Slick Rick 8, Dog Pound, David Seattle's, RV Mole Watts. Sorry, Mr. Watts. Ed Brin, Edmund Grown, Uncle Elmer, Off-Grid Terps, Christopher 54, Lara Predator, holy, that's right, Matthew, SoCal, Sue, Illinois, Man Meters, and last but not least, Weedus 207. Have an amazing, what is it, Wednesday, hump day, today's hump day. Yesterday I called it, but today is officially hump day. If you can, get some humping that hump day. Other than that, have an amazing day. You guys know the deal. This is the end of your routine. Please get some rest. This is the beginning of your day routine. Go out and do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. The living, breathing example of that. Please join me tonight where my guest will be Tony Rockefeller. Oh, right here in chat. Looking forward to talking to him and hanging out. Tonight at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Pacific. Love you too, Mr. Robert. Have a great day. I love you all as far as that goes. I'll see you tonight. I'm out of here.